Hello everyone, this is residence permit application form for Austria. You can fill it by hand or by any kind of PDF editor of your choice. Here you can see I am using PDF Gear to fill the form. I will provide the link to the unofficial translated copy of this form which I had translated using Google Translate. You can fill the form in block letters. And all the dates to be mentioned in this form should be in DD, MM, YY, YY format. So let's start filling the form. Each section is nicely numbered here in this form. You can see the numbers here. So you can follow along the numbers while filling the form. First section is for the photo. The dimension or the specification is given here, which you will have to paste it in front of the magistrate while submitting the form. The second section is for the signature. This you will have to do it in front of the magistrate again while submitting the form at the embassy. Third section is for official use, so leave it blank. Then comes the type of residence permit you are applying. For the students applying from India, it will be mostly number 19. So select this checkbox. This is for the students with mobility program. If you are sure about it, you can select this option also. Then comes the type of application. Are you applying for the first time? For the students applying from India, this will be the case mostly. And these other options are for the renewals and other cases. Then comes the section for personal data. This is for the surname. So you can fill your surname here. I am using dummy data. There is no relation to a real person here. If you have any former family name or surname, you can mention it here. This is for the date of birth. DD, MM, YY, YY format. This is for the country of birth. This is the place of birth. So mostly the city you are born in. For example, Jaipur. Then comes the marital status. So select accordingly. Then comes the nationalities you are holding. Since when you are holding this nationality? By birth mostly. If you are holding any other nationalities, you can mention it here. These sections you can leave. After that you can proceed to number 22, which says about the health insurance or the travel insurance you will be buying. Mostly this will be the name of the travel insurance provider. So for example, here you can write the policy number. This section is about your current address. This is the country. Here this is the postal code. Then the road number, house number and door number. Then the name of the city, maybe Bangalore. Then comes the section for the address where you will be staying in Austria. That means where you will be booking the accommodation in Austria. First comes the postal address, postal code. Then the city, for example, Linz. Your contact number here along with the ISD code. You can write your email address here. After that, you can leave this section and proceed to family data. In case your family members are accompanying you, this is for parents. If parents are going along with you or parents are staying already in Austria who will be staying with you, you can fill the data accordingly. Then comes the section for your wife or husband, your spouse details. If you want to fill the family data or if you want to bring your family members here, you can fill it here. The date of birth here. This is the nationality. If your children are also accompanying you, you can write the data here. Surname, first name, date of birth, the country of birth, and whether they are holding any residence permit already or not. Otherwise, you can leave this empty. Then comes the important section which is about your fund. Here you can write all the funds which are available in your different savings accounts. So you can write here, for example, savings account number, how much fund you have in this account. For example, 25,000. Equivalent to your Indian rupees or the rupees or the current or in the currencies of your home country. Any other account if you have, you can fill it here. Here you need to mention from where the fund has come. Is it your own saving or from your sponsorers, or maybe from someone else? You have to just give the justification over here. If it is own saving, you can write it. Then comes whether the money belongs to me or the money belongs to my dependents. So that money should be belong to you when you are applying. So you should be mostly selecting this case. If you have any income, you can write over here. Then there is a disclaimer section or the declaration of liability if you are going to attach it with your application form. There is another format. I can give the link at the end at the description. So you can give it here. Yes. The next section is about the regular expenses you have in your home country. So if you have some regular expenses, you can select it here. And if you don't have any regular expenses at the moment, or once you go from India or from your home country to Austria, if you are not having any uh, regular expenses, you can select it here. In case you have your regular expenses, few regular expenses, you can mention it here. And the first section says about the rental costs. If you are paying any rents here in India, even after leaving India, you can mention it here in euros. Equivalent euro you have to mention here. Next, the credit card charges or any installment payments if you are doing, you can mention it here. And next is executions. I don't have any idea what it has to be. Next comes any kind of maintenance payments. For example, after divorce, if you are having any maintenance payments, you can write it here. Then any kind of miscellaneous installments if you have, you can write it here. All amounts should be in equivalent euro. That's it about the application form, and then you can proceed to the signature section. Here you can write the place, Bangalore, and the date you can mention as 01. And here your signature, which you can do it in front of the magistrate or you can do it beforehand also. Next section is another section which is required for official use. This is not part of the application. This is not to be filled here. This can be left empty. Now comes this section which says about some application details. Applicant details, sorry. This section has to be filled only for the person who is above 14 years old. And all the descriptions are written in English also, so you can see and then fill it. This is only for official purpose for the backend. First is last name, then comes first name, then your gender, then your date of birth, then your postal code, the city, and the house number you will be staying in Austria. This is Austrian address. And then in which country did you complete your higher level of education? You can write it here in India. How many years did you study? You can write the years in number, maybe 23 years, for example. And mostly in these cases, did you complete your primary education, did you complete your secondary education, mostly these points will be yeah, yes, yes. And then comes what is your highest degree, you can select it here. For example, bachelor program, if you have already done, you can select it here. In which field you had done your bachelor program, that also you can do, you can mention it here. For example, this one, information and communication technologies. And then comes to the next one, which says about in which profession do you work or did you work last. So you can mention it here if you have already worked. Otherwise, you can leave it empty. That's it. This is the last page of the application. Thank you.